We kick off hour number 3 with a guy when he was last on this program here on the Rich Eisen Show. We learned together that Mike Vrabel was being fired as the Tennessee Titans head coach. And unbelievably, here we are 2 Thursdays before the Super Bowl, and Mike Vrabel has gone through the entire coach hiring season without being hired by another team. Totally wild. Joining us once again, longtime friend of the program of the Michigan Wolverines and us right here on the Rich Eisen Show from Bussin with the Boys, none other than Taylor Lewan back on the program. How you doing, sir? Good to see you.
Outstanding, Rich Eisen, national champion alumni. Good to see you, brother. Good to be around you.
Look at us.
Just
right?
Nasty. Hey, how about Mike Vrabel, dude? How about Mike Vrabel not being a head coach right now?
Why? What do you think's going on here, man? What do you think?
You know, I think we a lot of times people think billion-dollar companies make no mistakes, and 32 of them made a mistake in the last couple of weeks. Mike Vrabel should be a head coach of a team. I don't know if he just doesn't interview well or what the deal is, but I'm bummed out for him. I don't know what he's going to do this year. He might be on Fox with Tom Brady. Who knows?
Well, maybe he can, could he be a boy? Can he be a third guy on the bus? Is there enough room? Because, as you know, I haven't really been on the bus yet. So is there room for a third? Taylor, what do you think?
We could physically fit Mike on the bus, but the size of the ego, I don't think we could keep consistently at our shop the whole time. Turmoil would happen. Will and him would get into it. Eventually him and I would get into it. And but there would be nothing in this life I'd probably want more right now other than having a son as my third child than Mike Vrabel working for me. That would be just would that not be special? Just tell him, Mike, what do we pay? Like, just pull up film of him, like not doing his work. Mike, what are we doing here? What am I paying you for? Like, what are we doing, buddy? Sucking on a jewel. You're better than this, man. You are better than this. What kind of editing is this? That would be amazing.
Was that one of his go-tos? Like, what are we doing here? Is that one of his go-tos?
I told 2018, yeah, we had Flex signed a pretty decent contract with the Titans, and it was Mike Vrabel's first season. And we practiced against Tampa Bay and JPP. I've told this story, I believe, on the show before, but he puts me in a move where, he hits me with a club. I go to overcorrect, slaps me out of the way, puts me in an absolute blender. And it's a one-on-one pass situation, just absolutely crushes me. And did it with 4 fingers, by the way, too. Like he was handicapped and he still got me. So we're in the team meeting room. And Vrabel, he shows clips, good clips, bad clips, and the stuff that gets you beat. He doesn't use the word stuff. But he's showing that clip, and the room is quiet. And he's just replaying it over and over and over again. He takes a deep breath and goes, what are we paying you millions of dollars for? For this? Like, we just pay you that much money so you can go and get dusted by a guy with 8 fingers? Like, what's going on? And it just goes in for the next 15, 20 seconds where I haven't been the same since, Rich. I have not been. Still have not recovered.
Clearly, it'll leave a mark, and I guess if he's even hints at that same sort of style of communicating with, say, somebody in charge above him on the flow chart, that might grind a gear and then get around the league, and thus he doesn't get hired somewhere else. Is that entirely possible? If we could sleuth it here?
I think it's possible. But, Rich, you've been in the game longer than anybody at this point. You know how it is with egos flying around, especially in the NFL, higher ups. People, their piss gets a little hot and they want to all of a sudden make big moves. And I think with Vrabel, Vrabel can come off a certain way sometimes. It doesn't change how much I love Vrabel, how much of a player coach he is, but he can come off a certain way sometimes. But you also can see the product of what he did with less talent, not this year, but in 2021 when we were the 1 seed going into the playoffs. We did it with 95 guys that played snaps for an NFL team. We set a record. Like, he implements and gets guys to understand the rules and gets guys to play higher than their ability and able as a team. So to me, it's like he should absolutely be one of the 32 head coaches of the NFL. Unfortunately, he's not. And I think there's been a mistake made.
And, last time you were on, it was wild. You and I both learned at the same time that Vrabel was getting fired and you were ready to welcome Derrick Henry on the bus, and that pod came out about a week later, and I saw your guys' conversation with him, and you were all just kind of head scratching. Now Derrick's going to be moving on elsewhere, I'm assuming. And I was saying yesterday, if Jerry Jones says we're going all in this year, and we're going to go all in with players that we don't normally go all in with, that's the guy. That would be the guy, right? I mean, do you have any idea what Derrick Henry's plans are at all, Taylor? Do you get any sense of that around him?
Rich, first I want to say thank you for watching the show. I appreciate that. The second thing is, during that episode, during that episode, Derrick did say, he believes he's got some great ball left in him. Yeah. He has no thought process of retiring and walking away from the game. To me, I mean, he needs to go to a team that he believes in his heart of hearts that has an opportunity to win the Super Bowl. And so I don't see him going to like a Chiefs or a Niners, because the Niners got McCaffrey and the Chiefs don't really run the ball like that. I think the Dallas Cowboys, he works out in Dallas in the offseason. Like, that's where he goes. That's where he trains from right now until OTAs start. That's where he will be at. That's an easy landing spot for Derrick with an offensive line with guys like Zach Martin on there. I know they get a little banged up here and there, but he would have, I mean, could you imagine a star on the side of Derrick Henry's head? How awesome that would be. That would be electric. And another teams you think about too is, I mean, I don't know how Chubb's injury is. I know it's a pretty severe injury. If he's not ready in the beginning of the year, why not a 1-year deal for Derrick in Cleveland? They run the ball. They run a similar outside zone scheme. They do a great job out there. I mean, there's places he could go, but I think if you're looking at opportunities to improve a team, contenders, I'm thinking Cowboys, and I think the Ravens would be good too. I think those are the two teams.
That would be something. But in terms of going to Dallas, like, you want to take any pressure off of Dak and not have to have him make the throws 30, 40 times in a playoff game, maybe? Because, again, you're talking about playoffs. You stick Derrick Henry back there. Now, that's a different and I even just threw DeAndre Hopkins in for good measure. While we're going full on fantasy football, like, just do that too. You know what I mean? Like, go for it. If you want to go all in, that's one way to go all in. Period.
Well, if you're going all in, why don't we just trade for Justin Jefferson too, dude?
Yeah, that's trading.
From Miami.
I'm just saying,
let's just go get them all.
No, I'm just saying, just takes us some, creative capology, and just go, and it's just your money. Just go and get these guys. You know what I mean? Like, just do it.
If there's a team that can do the capology, it's Jerry Jones. You saw him with Tyron Smith. He signed him to a 47-year deal, and he played through that whole damn contract the way it was leveled out. By the time Tyron Smith's deal was up, he was playing for pennies compared to his talent. And it's just, they do a great job. They do long-term contracts that help the team out and make the player feel like they're getting a whole bunch of money.
What are Steelers fans getting with Arthur Smith as the OC, Taylor? What do you think?
I love that question. Arthur Smith, listen, I know it didn't go the way we wanted, and Atlanta Falcon fans are saying that he didn't utilize the talent. Arthur Smith in 2019 is the reason why we made it to the AFC Championship. A guy like him, he's going to walk in there, he's going to take pressure off of whoever the quarterback happens to be, right? Because there's a couple of question marks there. Pickett's probably going to end up being the guy. But Najee is going to be the guy that's probably going to smile the most when the season ends about how he's utilized throughout that offense. And I think you're going to see a lot more points on the board for Pittsburgh. Along with that defense, they're going to be a deadly team this year, I believe, with just the addition of Arthur Smith.
Yeah, I kind of dig that. And just while we're just going totally crazy here, who the quarterback's going to be, I don't know. They do love Pickett there. I know they really do. I'm just thinking, is there another quarterback out there? Maybe they raise their hands for Justin Fields. If that happens, I don't know. That's kind of out of character for him. I'm just throwing stuff against the wall, obviously.
And I'm not here to throw shade, but I'm not 100% sold on Fields yet. I don't, and I'm not a quarterback. He can do things I could never have done at the quarterback position. But I think I don't know. I think you get Pickett. You take Tannehill, you place him beside him because they got good chemistry, and then you just hope for the best, boys. Hope everything pans out that way. Give the boy one more shot at the Steelers.
Taylor Lewan here on the Rich Eisen Show from Bussin with the Boys. How do you think Super Bowl 58's going? Taylor, what do you got?
Man, all the stars are saying Chiefs right now. You go down the wormhole of Taylor Swift, brother. We shot our gambling show Slips and Picks earlier, and I said that. Do you know what Taylor Swift's favorite number is?
What, 87? 13?
It's 13.
Okay.
And it's Super Bowl 58. What's 5 plus 8? 13. If Taylor Swift goes to this game, the Chiefs, it'll be her 13th Chiefs game this year.
Oh, all right. Wow.
Niners are the 1 seed. Chiefs are the 3 seed. That's a lot to think about. What's the date of the Super Bowl? February 11th. 2 plus 11, 13. And if you took 13 away from 100, what number are you guys getting?
87.
87. A lot of things, dude. A lot of conspiracy theories out there that is just written for the Chiefs. But I'll tell you this. Last time a Shanahan won a Super Bowl, there was a McCaffrey on that roster. I got the 49ers, baby. I got the 49ers
Look at you zigging. Look at you zigging and then zagging.
Did you like that?
I saw it. I almost pulled a groin. Oh, my God.
It is.
All right.
I love that pick.
So you like the Niners?
Yeah. I got the Niners, dude. I played this over and over.
Yes.
Is this clip of George Kittle standing on the sideline, staring out as he knows he's losing the Super Bowl to the Chiefs, saying, I will be back here. You will not get the best of me. Guys like Nick Bosa crying and during his rookie year. Christian McCaffrey, first time being in a Super Bowl. Trent Williams, first time playing in a – was it first time or second time? Trent Williams, first time having an opportunity for a Super Bowl. Fred Warner.
This is his first,
George, at the end of the day, I don't know. I have no idea who's going to win.
Of course.
Who I want to win, I want the 49ers to win. I want them. I want those boys to host that Lombardi over their heads and get upset. Could you imagine George Kittle hosting SNL, being on Jimmy Fallon? Just the parade would be nuts, dude. The 49ers have the best locker room in the entire NFL. The chemistry, the camaraderie, the boys, they wouldn't sleep for 4 days. It'd be amazing.
Okay, so I believe you're the first. Come on and say 49ers. Everybody else like, I can't go against Mahomes at the end of the day. I'm hearing that a lot. But
he's so good.
Okay.
Here's a question, Rich.
Yes.
And I know it's your show, but I'm going to take over for a second.
Go for it, Taylor.
If Mahomes wins this thing, people are talking about him being the new GOAT over Brady.
That's crazy.
It's crazy talk, right?
Of course it is. Because here's the deal, Taylor. Because, yes, through age 28, he's ahead of Brady. He's like the greatest of all 28s, which doesn't really, I mean, I guess that would make him go with an E at the end. The greatest of all 28s, okay? So, yes, he'd then have to catch Brady. All right, Tom won 3 out of 4, and he'd match Tom winning 3 out of 4 to start a career and stuff like that. I get it. And then he'd match Tom in terms of going back to back and all of that. But Tom didn't just stop playing when he was 28. As a matter of fact, he's the greatest 40-year-old of all time. So come on, let's pump some brakes here.
I love that take.
1,000,000%. We're not even. Yeah. It's not there yet. We're not there yet. And
no, we're not. But I'll say this about that. If Pat Mahomes goes and wins this game with the roster that he has, he's entered the chat. He's entered the room. And he's looking at Tom Brady going, hey, I'm coming for you, brother.
Exactly.
He really is him.
1,000,000%. And he's as close as anybody's going to get to Brady, one would think, because he's going to prevent all the young'uns from starting out like the way he started out. So he's probably going to be the only. I said it's kind of like those movies where they launch somebody to try on a mission to Saturn. And, it's 10, 15 years later, and he's finally approaching the planet. Like, that's what we're in. We're in the launch position, and he's passed a couple of planets, getting to the spot. And 10, 15 years from now, is he going to approach and land? We'll find out. But that's what's going to have to be,
Yeah. It's a good point. I love using outer space in this conversation. That's awesome.
Listen, that's just two Michigan men talking. That's just two Michigan men talking.
What was your degree at Michigan?
I was communication. You?
General studies, brother. I took a hula class, got a B+. So I don't want to brag.
We don't talk about that. No.
I mean, brag, but these hips really did stuff.
Hutchinson used a word on Kittle that even I had to look up. I was very impressed. I saw that. I saw that footage from NFL films.
Proprioception.
Is that a word that's taught there? I didn't know. I've been away a while.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
Proprioception is the brain understanding where the body parts are, essentially. When you tear an ACL like your boy has, it takes 2 years for proprioception to truly reset back with the brain. Now, you scientists back there, you nerds watching this show, you guys should definitely fact check that.
Okay. Oh, look at us. I like it. So you guys are actually taught something. This is great. I love it. Something. Oh, my God. Hey, listen. I think Vrabel would be a nice value add to the show, just to wrap it all up, because it's not big, because at least he knows where Edelman lives and can help out Will when he comes at me thinking that I'm disrespecting you by going on Edelman's podcast, traveling all around the country, and it was just 10 exits on the 405 for me to go there. Will wouldn't make those mistakes if Vrabel was on the program. No offense, is what I'm saying.
That's probably correct.
You know what I mean?
What I'll say.
He would help clean up the game. He would help clean up the game, is basically what I'm saying. Of what's
it's
going
2024, and the year is getting Rich Eisen on Bussin' with the Boys. It has to happen this year.
There's day 590. By the way, I appreciate Jack's work. We do have to get him his Chevy Silverado. I appreciate him going into the Seth Meyers archives for photographs this week. I agree with you. As you know, this is going to happen. You know that. I've said it, and I'm saying it again. Let's do it this summer. I want to do it this summer. Can we do it this summer?
If you're not going to the Hamptons or wherever 5-star resorts you go to, brother. Like, hey, Rich, for those of you watching now, Rich, he's a salt of the earth cat, but you're showing that you like the nice stuff too. What was it, August? Is that where we went?
Yeah,
the Hamptons.
No, it was for a friend's party. Yeah, I did that. That was right. I did that.
Was it like the all white party?
No, I didn't do the all white party. No, I didn't get that one.
Probably invited though.
Let me see. Let me check my phone on that one. But we're going to get this done, Taylor. We're going to get this done, and I'll see you in Vegas.
I hope so.
I'll see you in Vegas.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you soon. I can't wait.
You got it. Same to you. Bussin' with the Boys. It's a must listen, a must watch. However you consume your podcast. Taylor Lewan back here on The Rich Eisen Show. Catch The Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.